Colloids consist of a dispersed phase and a continuous phase. Common examples include styrofoam, smoke, and milk. Today we will be discussing stiff peaks, albumen-air colloidal foam, also known as egg whites, with air trapped in the protein network, and their formation. In this case, colloidal form is formed through shear mixing. Egg whites consist of tangled proteins formed from amino acids and water. Amino acids have side chains, which can be polar or nonpolar, and therefore creates hydrophilic and hydrophobic amino acids. With shear application, these tangled proteins will unravel. With shear application, water forms bubbles as air is added into the mixture. Hydrophobic amino acids stick out on the surface, and the surface is then crowded, forcing water molecules to separate. This distance decreases the cohesive forces between water molecules, and proteins are balanced between van der Waals attraction and electrostatic repulsion. As these are balanced, this creates a stable network in which air is trapped. Its applications. We will be making coconut macaroons using stiff peaks, coconut flakes, and condensed milk, along with coconut extract. We will be mixing all the ingredients except for the stiff peaks first, as homogeneously as possible, in order to create dough. Stiff peaks add air into baking, and therefore they will be added last into the mixture. Before we crack any eggs, it's important to note that we will be adding salt to the egg whites. This is because it adds Na plus and Cl minus ions to the mixture, which neutralizes the charge and some of the electrostatic attraction between the proteins as they untangle. This ensures that the network does not collapse on itself. Now we will separate the egg whites from the egg yolks. While doing this, it is very important not to get any of the egg yolk into the solution, as egg yolks contain a high quantity of lipids. Lipids will form bonds between the proteins as they unravel, therefore destabilizing the protein network and causing it to collapse. This will prevent air from becoming trapped inside the colloid. Finally, we will apply shear force to the egg white and salt mixture. As you can see, as the shear rate increases, the foam will slowly form out of the egg whites as air is trapped within the protein network. If increasing speed is more obvious, for coconut macaroons, we will whip this until it forms stiff peaks, as you will see in the end. Next, we will add our colloidal foam into the rest of our batter. It is important to fold, as shown in the video, our egg whites into this batter because it is in order to not completely crush all the air out of our foam. This is because while we want our mixture to be homogeneous, we also want air in our final product. Therefore, it is important to not overmix the batter. Finally, to complete our coconut macaroons, we will scoop out at 4 times the speed, since this is very boring, our batter onto baking trays. We will then bake these trays for 25 minutes at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and finally get our cookies. After heating, Our colloidal foam, made of egg whites, kept the trapped air within the cookie, therefore resulting in a very fluffy coconut macaroon as our final product. Thanks for listening.